So these are the modules that we have in sales IBP. And so just this is the overview of IBP. And when you go into each and every module, like how the look and feel and what are the configurations that needs to be done, I will just explain you. And wherever you want more, like if you are more interested in understanding how to work and where to look, how to change certain settings, these things are most important for you, then I will concentrate on those. And
Yes.
basically our content would be like this, like IBP overview, what are the modules there, SNOP overview, and web interface, Excel interface. So if you can see like how you want to view, how to understand, so these are configuration topics, little complex, but it's not that tough, and you can just grasp it. And these are like user activities, like how to load master data, transaction data.
Okay.
And Excel add-in is like how to use the Excel add-in. And then as we said, like what is demand planning, what are the functionalities there, what it does. And in supply planning you can see heuristic optimizer. And these are little advanced configurations. These are like back end, like you want to do some calculations and see how the system works, all these things. This is little advanced configurations. And finally you can see job scheduling, all these activities. So basic things that are covered to understand IBP and to work on IBP. This course is like scheduled. In case you want certain things which are little complex and you want to learn later, but you want to know more about working in the system, then we will spend more time on that. Okay. So your login panel will be like this. So if you log into the system, so this is the login they give. So you have this link wherever you are in the system, then you can. I believe like S4 also has the same outlook. Are you familiar with this kind of screen?
Just a moment. Yes, but not so much. I work with the standard view.
Okay, so you enter the transaction code like slash.
Yes.
So this is similar to that, but you have it types. Like instead of typing that, you can search the functionality name. Then you can just click on this. So in S4 on also the same thing is available. Like you have these tiles. So each tile is similar to a transaction. So it is much easier. Like you can configure it. So for a production planner or like a procurement manager or like for a demand planner or a supply planner, a production manager. So you can have certain tabs only for them, so that they don't want to go a lot of things. So whatever they use there on daily basis, they can have it in the top. Like they can click, they can have some dashboards. All these things can be configured from here itself. So you can see a lot of general planner, administrator, supply planner, demand planner. So if I am a supply planner, I will not see anything. I just see the tabs that are used for me. If I'm a demand planner, I want to see how my forecast is, what are my new products, is there any annual forecasting needs for inventory planner, inventory analysis, profiles, forecast errors. So these things, like I can organize anything like this. The
Mhm.
standards are there, but I can also create something. So this is the web view. So this is one view where you can. So here we do configurations. We create a working environment from here. So we build the system from the scratch. And finally what you can see is something like this. So here you will be having an Excel sheet. There is some 40 MB file that you have to, a exe file that you need to install. And based on your Excel version, you have a add-in, so you have to install that. So once you install that, you will have a tab like this. So this, like you have add-ins. So if you have worked in any reporting tool, you will have some Excel tabs, add-ins they call. So if you have that, then the functionalities can be used. So the backend is like Visual Basics, VBF settings. So if you know that, you can also customize how the look and feel, and you can also create some buttons, all these things. So here what we need to do is like this is how we work. So here you can see just there is one product called phone. I have actuals last 5 months sales average, and I have run a statistical forecasting to find the next 10 months predictability forecast. I'm not sure whether this is the right quantity, but after December only I will know whether my sales and my forecast are nearby or not. If it is too there is a huge difference, then my forecast accuracy is bad. Then I have to invest time on this model, and I have to refine that forecast. So if I refine that forecast, and then my supply planning would be good. So this is a small demand planning example. I have actuals. I created an average or like a moving average, which created demand of forecast of this statistical quantity. This will be based off my MRP planning. So to bring the master data, the transaction data, and to create certain visuals like this, we have to do some configurations. So there are for SAP also already gives rapid deployment kit, which means like they predefined everything. You don't need to do it from scratch, you just copy paste. So they call it as planning area. So this is the base of APO or IBP. If you have a planning area, and that planning area is the base on which you are going to create views. So these are all called views. I have created another view where I can see product location, customer level data, and how to set up all these data, how to bring the data in. So this is what we are going to see. So if you want configuration wise working, we can do. If you want to understand each every tab, that is part of this course. So this is what we are intended to teach. So if you have for any questions, you can tell me.
What is the different? Okay, you can go on. I think.
Yeah. So this is the web view. This is the Excel view, and this is the web view. So you can access the data from web based also. You can access from Excel sheet also. Okay. So here you have to log into the same system. So here you have to give the same URL and which planning area. So before giving where I'm logging in, I have to create this planning area. So for that, I have to go to my web view. I have to create something like this. I have to create a planning area, and this planning area is my base. So this says like how my system should behave and how it should look. So for this we do some configurations. These are the basic primitive steps that we do. And if you are fresh to IBP also, you can learn it. There is not much of a complexity here. Just to understand certain terminologies, then you are good to understand the basics of IBP. And the basic learning from this course would be like to understand how web is developed, web-based view is developed, how to create scenarios. You can create different scenarios. You can create like a pessimistic view. Let's say in next 10 months, the sales is going to increase by 10 percentage. Or you can create another scenario where you feel like there is a slowdown in economy and there will be a reduction in sales of certain product, and then you can present it to the system, to the you can create two scenarios, and simultaneously in sales and operation meeting you can present it, so that the top management is aware and they take the decision of how to proceed. So there are a lot of things like scenario building. You can create master data, so you can view, load the data. You can create certain views. You can use it directly. So the basic the thing is like in APO or other tools, you have to extract the data to Excel. You have to do some formatting. You have to make it presentable. You have to do pivot. You have to create charts. So if you see here, there is a charts already inbuilt, so you can use those charts directly here. So you can use the charts to display how the data is. So all these functionalities there in this IBP. And in web also you can create some dashboards. There you can create some alerts. You can show some like bottleneck resources. A lot of things can be done from the web view also. So this is what we are intended to learn from this training. If you have any specific things to be learned, like we'll have a checkpoint like every 5 sessions. We will revise, and you can tell me like what is your need, then we can take it accordingly also. So there is no hard and fast rule here. So I would like to stop here. So it is too much for an introduction system. So maybe from tomorrow we can start in detail.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, okay, John.